Again, Scott McKenzie, we are talking once again about why you need to podcast. Now, you heard my why. You've understood the necessity that I don't like the word I can't. You can. I know you can. As well as the ability to humanize content. You need to be able to stand out, right? That's where we're at. Now we're getting into the sales component. That's where I'm really passionate about. If I didn't start the podcast back in my story, because I needed to create a way of being able to bring about attention to my company and leverage something that is different in this sort of numbness, this sameness that exists there in content. And now we're going to venture on into exactly what that is. And we're going to just sort of go step by step because I'm going to limit the time to make sure that you understand and capture. Bottom line, if you don't want to do the podcast, if you don't want to try to figure out how to do it, I've got all the information out there. But if you still don't want to do it or you're nervous about it, whatever, you need to find somebody. You need to find somebody to be able to do it on a consistent basis because it is a powerful sales, marketing, and branding platform. If you're out there on watching it on video, we're going to go to a slide. All right. This is a slide, and this is how I typically approach a target audience. This is how, when representing other companies, this is how I approach my relationship with the companies. Now, you can, take off my hat, put your hat on, and you can apply the same strategy, but we're going to go step by step. So if you're out there on the video, we have 4 components, 4 targeted audience market for content, okay? And one is internal. Those are internal people. The partners, people that are partners to your solutions or whatever it might be. Customers who have used your services in the past, like your solutions, whatever it might be. And of course, that targeted prospect audience. So the first one we're going to talk a little bit, that's how I sort of arrange the way I look at how I am approaching the market using, of course, the podcast platform. So the first one we're going to talk about in this episode, it's internal. So once again, we talked about the podcast providing a really a human component to your content, your marketing material, your sales approach. And what we're doing with the podcast platform is being able to pull out that human component in the dialogue or in the conversation we have with whoever that might be. And in this case, we're talking specifically about internal people. So I have a company. This is how it is. I have a company. Now, I have internal people who would like to talk, who are passionate about what the organization is doing, what the company is doing, whatever that purpose might be. I'm going to identify these people because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a content-centric sort of strategy around the human, right? That's what makes sense. And I'm going to start with the easiest, low-hanging fruit out there, and that is the internal. Those are the people that are internal to your organization. So what I do is I'll say, all right, company Acme, whatever it might be, let's talk about getting some internal people that reflect and are a part of whatever you're doing. Now, it could be people that are in customer service. It could be your sales individuals. It could be operations. It could be a mix of all your internal people, and this is what it does. One, they're very positive. And without being an infomercial to your company, it's baked in because it's about your company. And what people hear is like, wow, they're very happy about this company. They're very passionate about what they do. They're excited about where the company's going. They like the purpose of the company. That's what you're trying to draw out in this conversation. And you highlight them. Hey, here's Susie Q, and we're going to talk a little bit about why she's so passionate about customer service. here's Joe Guy, and we're going to talk a little bit about their focus on, maintenance, whatever it might be. But the reality is it's always positive. It's positive interaction. It's just a great interview. You know what else it does? Outside of the whole sales component, outside of all of that, you create an environment within your organization that's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. Hey, you know what I did? I did a podcast for my company, and it was a lot of fun, and we had a great time. And just that alone creates a great culture, right? So the first thing out of the gate, right, you interview internal individuals. This is a part of building your content platform into sales. And so you can sit here and say, okay, here's the best part, another best part. Here's another part. You can sit there with this interview and then say, hey, customer, your prospect, prospect, we're real passionate about our customer service, and we just interviewed this person about customer service and why they're so happy about it and what they believe in. And these are the individuals that we highlight within our organization. I just thought of you, prospect. Enjoy the conversation. All of a sudden, you're giving information that is specific and possibly beneficial to your prospect about customer service, how your organization does customer service. It just goes on and on. And you know what else? Now I'm going to take that podcast. I'm going to transcribe it. I'm going to use an automated transcription. And now I'm going to put that on your website. And now all of a sudden, SEO-wise, organic-wise, now you have content, written content on your website that is specific to your organization, that Google and other web search engines are looking for. And then all of a sudden, you've got to keep building it. These are long-tail strategies. So right off the bat, you need to do podcasting. You need to consider how to bring that into your organization. And this strategy that we're going to go through as long as it takes for you to realize that you need it, we're going to continue on this path. So today, you got to think about it. Look at your internal. Get everything all up there. It'll be out on industrialtalk.com. I mean, it's all available for you for free. And this is how me personally, use this platform to sell, to gain attention, to create a better brand, to market my business. This is it. It starts internally, and it makes people feel good, and you get your story out there, you transcribe it. It's all positive. So, again, be bold, be brave, dare greatly. I'm not going to belabor the point. Get it done. Become part of the podcast, and let's see where it goes. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about your partners. So stay tuned.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.